Alright, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris and today I'm back with another video here. So again, apologies for this being late. Flyers last night lose 2-1 in overtime to the Golden Knights in a game where they probably should have won. They had a lot of chances in this one, and I caught this game this afternoon because again, like I mentioned in the last video, I also tweeted it. My cousin's wedding was last night, which was great. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, caught the game this afternoon, and I didn't think the Flyers played horrible. I thought there were some close calls, some questionable things later on in the overtime that really hurt the Flyers, and I'll get to that. They didn't get any power play opportunities in this game. Should have been at least one in the overtime from the too many men, but the lines in this one, Hayes, Cates, Konechny, Tippett, Lawton, Farabee, JVR, Frost, and McEwen, Delorier, Brown, and Sedlak, Provorov and Ristolainen, Sanheim, and Braun. York gets called up. No D'Angelo in this one. It's like a semi-healthy scratch, I guess. I still kind of feel like D'Angelo's hurt. I don't think he's in towards his doghouse like some people were tweeting. I don't really see that at all. I think he's actually played well since being put with Sealer. It's just he gets too many minutes, and I think part of that is because they couldn't really rely on anyone else, and I've talked about that before on the podcast as well. And so York is with Sealer. He's on the left side. I thought York was very good, and obviously Carter Hart starts. That's a 6th straight start. I would assume Sandstrom goes Sunday against Arizona. I would have tried to figured out a way to put Sandstrom in one of these games. I know they're trying to put Hart in and get, at least try to win too, because that's part of it. Earlier in the first period, Flyers have a 2-1 run rush very early with Farabee and Tippett. Held on, quick shot. York had a nice play on Riley Smith, then he blocked the shot after that. A pretty good shift overall for York. Lawton had a nice pass for York and ended up missing high. That line looked good early. A couple good looks for Tippett, Lawton, and Farabee from the 2-1-1 to that play. Pretty low event start, though. Really not much going on. The Flyers held Vegas to only one shot for like 11 minutes or so, which, again, I've talked about. It's been a theme. They've been able to hold teams shotless or do one shot or maybe two shots through, the span of time, which has been over about 10 minutes or so, which has been good. The Flyers have done a really good job in that area of just holding a lot of teams shotless, and not even just not limiting, not just holding them shotless, but limiting their chances, not giving them much even in the offensive zone. The Flyers did that for a while, but of course, in typical fashion, when I start writing that and that it's an actual good thing that Vegas goes up 1-0 from Waugh, and it's just a weird bounce. Like, Hart didn't collect the rebound right away, and it went right out to them, and it just deflected, and Ristolainen shot it. Hart got his stick in there. He kind of smacked it as well, and it just bounced off of Waugh and in. So 1-0, and after that, the Flyers had some looks. JVR had a between the leg pass for Frost. Frost had a nice pass for JVR. Chance and tight. I thought JVR was one of the best Flyers in this game. I think since coming back, I thought the last game against Washington, just like a quiet type of game. Again, first game back, so what can you really expect from JVR in the first game back in about 6 weeks or so. So for that, I thought JVR had a good period, and he had a play in tight for McEwen, he looked really good, just winning battles, keeping plays along the wall. He had a couple nice setups, just good passing. Overall, just a good game for JVR, and Carlson ended up hitting the post off the rush. The Flyers spent a lot of time in the offensive zone in that period, had a pretty good first period. Again, limited Vegas to their chances. They didn't score. They had some looks. But really, outside of that, again, good period. Vegas is a good team in the first, and they're 15-3 when leading after the first, and obviously they win this game. But the Flyers get one early. Lawton scores off of a play behind the net from Hill. He just waited too long, and Lawton with the bounce off the back. So 1-1, and in the second, the Flyers had a couple legit chances in this period. McEwen had a chance in tight, and then after this, it's more of Vegas for a little bit, and then the Flyers get a really good chance, and then they kind of get another one, and that was really it. So Vegas with a couple chances off the rush, then they get a power play. It was a good kill. The Flyers were just in good position. Nothing really too crazy from Vegas. They didn't have anything that was extraordinary or anything high danger. Farabee ended up blocking a shot. Again, Vegas was just picking up the pace. They had a lot of face-off wins that were leading the zone time. Hart was swallowing rebounds, and there was a lot of like stoppages from icings to like quick face-offs and all that stuff in this game, and felt like the game took a lot longer than it probably should have. Sanheim had a chance in the slot, so this is that second chance, and there was a nice pass by McEwen to get it to him. It was like a scramble in front. McEwen he had that play earlier, where it was a nice pass by Frost to get it to him. And again, I personally thought Frost was good in this game as well. Just legit good plays, and had a couple good setups with JVR, had some chances in tight for McEwen, things like that. And Konechny and Hayes have a 2-on-1, and Konechny fired that one high. So, Vegas had some looks. Flyers had a couple of their own. You go into the third, and it was more Vegas. In this period, Flyers didn't really do much offensively. They had a Farabee breakaway, which kind of sparked them a little bit. They got their mojo back and got their legs back. You could just kind of see it, like you could see it on the ice. McNabb had a really nice chance, which was set up by Eichel, and then Frost had a really nice defensive play on Kolesar just to kind of strip him, and it was like a one-on type of fork, kind of rush, and Vegas was like mid-change, but Frost still made the really nice play just to kind of strip him and get the puck back for the Flyers. And Vegas had a shift all over the Flyers late. Hart with a beautiful stick save. Then they get a power play. It was in the two penalties in this game. Two tripping calls. It was one from Lawton in the neutral zone. The other one was Cates in the offensive zone. Flyers again didn't get the power play at all, and there was 2:56 left, and Lawton had a clear right off of a play in front for Stone, and the Flyers from Lawton, Konechny, Delorier, Cates, Brown, a couple other guys just kind of keeping plays low in Vegas' zone for like a minute 15, maybe a minute around there. Again, just really, really good. And then Hart had a really nice save on Carlson. It was just a great kill overall. And the Flyers in overtime, again, they get a point out of this game, but again, you should have had to. I mean, this was a winnable game, and Sanheim had a chance off the rush. Flyers were using 2D. York was out there, which I was glad to see. Again, no Frost. I've said this all year. I'd like to see Frost more in overtime. Hayes gets put out there. Cates was out there as well. And the puck is blown dead here off of like a knee-on-knee with Theodore, and he looked like he was going to get up. So if Vegas had the puck, I would have understood why this was blown dead. But this is to me, it's a bad call, because you can't just blow the play dead when the other team has the puck and is threatening to score. Regardless, I know it's injury, and that can happen for the most part, but you can't. He looked like he was going to get up. If he was like laying there on the ice, like, and just wasn't moving, then yeah, I would understand that. But he was like about to get up and then kind of sat down, and then like they blew the whistle. So, and again, I don't mean to make it like it's not about injuring the player's health, but to me, it was just a botch call. Then the too many men. That was blatant too many men. I don't know why that wasn't called. They don't call that, and then Hayes has a turnover. Like he's had a handful of these before, Hayes. Like where he's had these turnovers where he's tried certain plays that just aren't there, and they're pretty easily read by the other team, and then they just go down and score. It happened in Columbus when Gavrikov scored the overtime winner on the Flyers, 5-4 on, I believe it was November 10th. And then tonight where he has the play, it tries to go for I believe it was Konechny, or it might have been Sanheim. And Marchessault just intercepted it, and he's just got back to make a play on it. It's just so unfortunate because, again, you had a missed call, and then that type of turnover loses the game for you. So it is what it is, and that's kind of what I'm talking about with Hayes when I criticize. Like, again, I don't mean to always criticize Hayes. It's nothing personal. I like Hayes. I think he's a good player. It's just I wish that there was a little not that I wish. I know that there's more there defensively, and plays like that are just frustrating. And again, no call there. And the Flyers were pretty threatening when they blew the play dead for Theodore too. So it's unfortunate. And again, I don't mean to make it sound like I don't care about the injury or Theodore's health or anything. It's just the Flyers were threatening. If like they were about to cycle the puck back up again and end up getting a scoring chance out of it, but could have happened. Maybe it doesn't, but still, it's unfortunate the way that the game ends for the Flyers, and it's another loss. So Arizona on Sunday night tomorrow, as I'm recording this. Arizona had that game against Boston last night where they scored with like 15 seconds left to win it off of a turnover, and they had like 16 shots the entire game. Boston had like 46 or 47 shots, and they lost 4-3 in regulation. So should be exciting for Sunday. We'll see what happens. Arizona's coming off a game like that, and the Flyers are coming off a game like they just had. So we'll see what happens. Let me know everybody's thoughts. Again, like I mentioned, and I have tweeted, the stream is also up for it too. We have the watch parties starting. I'm really excited for those. Going to be some new stuff coming with that, and there's 4 for the rest of the season. The first one is December 22nd. Flyers take on the Leafs at 2 o'clock. And there's 3 more throughout the rest of the year. The podcast will be next week with Dave Poulin. That's going to be airing soon. I'll be tweeting out the time and the date for that. So stay tuned for that. And yeah. Remember, hit that subscribe button if you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the like button as well, and then check out the Flyers fan club with the hoodie that I have on. All that stuff. Check out the fan club. Everything that they do. So, thanks everybody so much. And again, apologize for this being late, but thanks everybody so much for watching. And I'll talk to you all again soon.